Hello, everybody. It's B-Rod Tutorials today. I'm introducing my friend here, tyrus.b.sonneborn.
Hi, I'm tyrus.b.sonneborn.
Yes, we have a very special video today. We got two people to describe to you many things. Tyrus is going to go over them real quick.
So, cool thing today, we got a lot of cool stuff. We're going to introduce a lot of new things. So, what we're going to introduce today is we have the string variable type. This is for making words and stuff like that, especially for like output, if you want to put stuff together. And then Brent has put together some for loops for you guys before. And then we're also going to introduce the built-in math method types. This is going to help you doing complex math problems, and you can make yourself a calculator using this. And then another cool thing we're going to learn is how to form out your outputs a little bit better than what you know already.
So yeah, what we have here, here's the program itself. I have it zoomed out so you guys can see the whole thing if you want to write this down. You don't need to put in these green comments before you pause it and type it all in. This is just for your benefit to see the comments of the code, and it's just extra stuff we put in. But let me get right in here to the introduction part, where we first off start off by declaring our variables, our double area and string output. Our area is what we're going to have for when we're going to have the radius. We're going to set that equal down here. Tyrus will go over that a little bit later.
So what we're doing in this program, what we're showing you, is we're going to calculate the area of a circle. We're going to start off, if we go down over to this line right here, we're going to be going down with the radii from 1 to 10 inches, and then the compiler we're going to have 10 different radii for the input of our area.
And these three lines here is, I'll show you guys what it looks like. This is just to give the user using the program an output.
Now, it's a little bit of introduction too. So basically, when you make applications, you want the user to know exactly what they're doing with their program. So this program says calculate the area of a circle with radii ranging from 1 to 10. So we're going to start off by, we're going to press enter to start the program. That's just using the console.readline. So then what we have is a cool, good looking format. So on the left side, we have our radius with inches. And then for our area, it'll be in inches squared, but that's just a little bit of unit stuff.
So that's all we have for readline, and then Tyrus is going to go over this for loop here.
So with this for loop, we're going to initialize our variable I. That'll just be our iterative variable. And then the next part, we want to add a semicolon that'll just separate the lines. So we have then our iterations will continue up until 10 times, and then we're just going to add 1 to our iteration variable so that we can go to the next step. And then what we have here, so we have another comment. So with the calculation of the area, the cool thing about C# and the Microsoft Visual Studio form, you can use these things called methods, which are built in. What we have here is a math method. This calls in the variable pi, so 3.14156, all that good stuff.
And make sure you put in capital P and capital I. Some people make that mistake, but it won't read it unless if you have capital P and capital I.
Yep. And another cool thing about the Visual Studio, if you end up typing in lowercase pi, it'll kind of correct you.
We'll show you what that looks like. So it shows you right here. That's what it looks like. You can just press space and it'll correct it for you. But
so another part of our math methods is our power method. So if you know the equation for a circle, it's 1/2 pi r squared. So this math.pow method, what it does is it takes our radius, which is I, and it's going to square it. So it's going to be taking in two parameters, the number, the base, and then the number that you want to take it to a certain power. So in this example, we have I to the power of 2, which I stands in for our radius.
Right. Where we get I from is the for loop beginning, where we set our variable int I equals 1, and it goes from 1 until it gets to 10 here. That's why we have less than or equal to 10, and it keeps adding up until it gets to 10, and that's this number right here, and it will just make it to the power of 2. And then for the output?
So the output, cool thing we're doing now is we're going to be able to format our columns. So what we do here now is we start off with this number sign, which just means we're going to take in our variables directly into our output. So what we're going to have is a curly brace and then our variable. And then the next part is really cool. So what we can do is we can say that our variable is going to take up the first 11 spaces, and because this is a positive number, it's going to kind of push it to the right side. So if you go to the output real quick for this.
Right.
Yep. So yep.
Pull it in.
Yep.
Okay.
So you can see it's pushed up, and then if you count, it's like 1,
2, 3,
4,
4,
5, 6, 7,
8, 9, 10, 11.
Yep.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Yeah, I skipped one click, but
you're good. So
11 spaces over.
Yeah, 11 spaces. So that's a really cool thing, and it'll push it up against that, and that makes your format look really clean. So if we go back to our code again, the next part is another cool part. We can format our area. So we have, again, the string.format method, and then we call our variable. So we have area. That's what we calculated up over here. So the next thing we're going to be able to do is, again, we're going to take up 16 spots because it'll line up with our column header, the area inches squared.
Right.
And then what we have next is a cool thing. We can set up floating point, which means that, or fixed point, I apologize, fixed point, which means that you'll have a set number of decimal places after your integer numbers. So if we go to the output one more time.
Yep. Drag it back over. Well,
Oop,
where'd it go?
Misplaced it.
See if we can grab it.
There you go.
There we go.
All right.
Let's enter.
Oh, try again. Doesn't like you today.
There we go.
All right. So if you look at the output for our area, you can see that each number that is outputted only has 2 decimal places, and that's with our fixed point of F2.
Yeah, if we put F3, then it will show 3 decimal points. So
Yeah,
we'll show you that,
show
real,
that
quick.
real quick.
So F, whatever you want to put, is how many decimal points you want to set it to. So whatever you need to have it as, you're able to set it. So we go, there's 3 decimal places, as you can see there, yeah.
And there's other methods we can do. We can convert this to like an integer, or even if we want to make this have no decimal places and just make it truncate it so it's just a no decimal integer. It'll be F0, for example.
Right. Yeah.
So if you
That's
want
what
to
that looks like.
you want to do integers without having to explicitly call it and parse the integer.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we go down, we have our output. So this output thing up at the top up here is this is the string that we declared earlier. So we're concatenating the 2 portions, so the 2 variables that we called in the output, and then we're going to send that to our console.writeline, and then that variable will be called every time we run through the loop. So when you look at the output of what we have, it'll be going through it'll send out the radius and our area. It'll do that 10 times with the calculations.
Right. So this is a very special program. Like you said, if you guys like this, we had 2 people going. We plan on doing more of this in the future. Maybe making it every Thursday type thing for our Thursday drop, or maybe even doing both days. We'll see what happens.
I'm excited to work with you. This is a lot of fun.
This is fun. Tyrus, I was working with him, and I was telling him about my YouTube channel. He's like, that'd be awesome. We could work together, and we figured out some things, and I think we could do some great things for you guys, help you guys learn C# more in depth, and
we'll bring in some really cool stuff. You guys will be coding masters in no time.
Right. So real quick, I'll just go back over this for loop. So we have 4 int I equals 1. We're setting our integer equal to 1, and it's adding which plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 until it gets to 10. So it's going to stop the equation at 10. And then for the calculations, we have area equals, this is the equation for calculating the area of a circle, half times math.pi. As you said before, that's the preset, math dot, and then whatever you want it to be, pi in this case, and then times math.pow, which is the power. So here's the number, and it raises it to the power of 2. So if we wanted to raise it to the power of 3, we could change this to 3. That's just what math.pow does. And then output, this is what we have here. This is where we start doing our formatting that I was advertising in this video. You'll see it in the description. As you see, string.format, and then the money sign here's your number, and it's displaying it 11 spaces and pushes it up against that. And then string.format, again, our concatenation to show the area. It shoves it over 16 spaces, and F2 sets it to 2 decimal places. And then counts it out, reline. I always tell you guys, favorite one. You guys need this, of course. If you don't, then you can't see what you've been programming for hours. But, yep, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Tyrus, any last words?
I think the next video we're going to do is, we have these math methods, but the cool thing about C# is, of course, you can make your own method. So the next time we meet, you'll be learning how to do methods.
Yes, methods are a huge part of C#, and in the future, I want to give you guys a little spoiler alert. We'll be showing you guys how to do some fun games in C# once we have all of our tools and skills we've been building up.
Ooh.
And we'll start making some fun stuff. We can start showing off to your parents or your friends, whatever you want to do.
Your girlfriend.
Your girlfriend.
All that, yeah, boyfriend, too. Yeah,
boyfriend, yeah.
Gotta include that,
That's
too.
true,
Yep.
but... All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Let me know, guys, what you guys think of this 2-person style. I think it's good. Let me know what you guys think. If you need anything else more in depth, let me know. Thank you for watching.